when this is all over, let's go for a drink and have a really big hug. There's a big problem with constantly talking about when this is all over. Ever since the lockdown period started and now as it comes to an end, and it's very apparent that people just don't know how to live in the now, do they? They just don't know how to live in the now, and they also don't know how to embrace the future properly. They're sort of just terrified of it, and that is a problem. Now, often on this thing, I'm making jokes and also trying to make you think, but perhaps I'm not really offering any sort of solutions to your problems. Well, today's one of those days where you might find yourself getting a few solutions from me. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, welcome to the Knowledge and Ignorance podcast. I'm your host, sexy face, chiseled jaw. No, what was I saying? No, sexy voice, chiseled jaw, that's it. AKA Rebus, AKA me, AKA the man your mother warned you about, because secretly your mother wanted a piece of this. And if you're just listening to this, you're just going to have to take my word for it that I am jacked. Thought I'd start off with a little intro instead, something snappy, something to grab your attention. Maybe also I should start by saying, click all the links, like, subscribe, download, share with all your friends. Is that the engagement stuff? Well, that's all done now, isn't it? I've been doing this kind of thing for a while now, but I've never openly encouraged people to do anything. I believe people are free to make their own decisions. Yeah, that's right. I believe in that. So, as the lockdown is starting to be eased in my homeland and other lands, similar to my homeland, but with sillier accents, becomes apparent. And people just want to talk about all the negative stuff. So I'm not going to go into, Dominic Cummings, okay? I'm not that easily distracted. Unlike some of y'all. Can British people please stop saying y'all or just writing it in your social media? Y'all, even Americans who ain't from the deep south using y'all is weird. But you doing it? It's bad enough when women start going, girl, who are English. Now this y'all thing, calling TV series seasons, this has to stop. I'm sorry I'm segued away from, the meat and potatoes and the raw, hard data that I'm about to give you from my own brain. But I feel this is very important, okay? It's I just want you to stop making yourself look silly, okay? It's very important for me. Okay, right. Now we got that out of the way. Let's continue. So, people just clearly don't enjoy their day-to-day lives. They've worked hard to build up this nest egg, and what they've discovered is this nest egg is shit. Just looking at the ceiling going, I paid for this ceiling, I don't like it. It's not been good for you, has it? And to boot, I think loads of people have been conditioned into just not wanting to go back to work now, saying, well, I've been paid for doing nothing, staying at home. And I liked it, and I don't want to go back. And the reason I don't want to go back is because I'm terrified of this disease, or virus, sorry. We shouldn't call it a disease. Diseases are far more dangerous. The problem is not enjoying the now and being terrified of the future. Is you're never going to be happy. You're never going to enjoy yourselves. And all you're going to do is spend your time being angry at people you've never met. That's what just seems to be happening. It's all very well to want to hold the government accountable, but all governments haven't done very well outside of Asia. Let's face facts, especially in East Asia, because the reason is they're more used to this kind of thing, so they know how to deal with it. Whereas in the West, we're kind of a bit ignorant to this shit. Hence why you're watching this is knowledge and ignorance, okay? You're ignorant, okay? There's no point in spending... Why are you going to waste your time trying to hold people accountable for something And that's never going to happen, is it? I mean, what are you expecting to come from this? Expecting to sue them? Are you going to sue them? Are you going to sue the government? What are you going to do? They've given you loads of free money. Do you know what I'm saying? They gave you money. They said, hey, we'll take care of your wages. They gave you money so you don't have to work. All right. Stop complaining. I'm going to tell you a story before I dive further into this, okay? Now, this is where I'm going to be very deep and very truthful and honest about my own life, which is something that I won't regularly do. If you watch my live streams, occasionally I'll be telling you more intimate things about myself, but it's not because I want to talk about my life. It's mainly just it's beneficial for you. That's why I'll say it. Why do I think it's beneficial for you? Because you told me it was, okay? I got told it by you, so less of the finger wagging. A year ago, just over a year ago, my dad passed away, and it was one of the things I feared the most, and was losing my parents. I'm very reliant on my father. If ever I needed someone, even just to talk to, or just give me some just advice, or some guidance, or tell me what I needed to hear, he was always there. He was always there for me. There's nothing he wouldn't have done for me within the realms of his possibility, within the realms of his... I'm dyslexic, I don't know all the fucking words, do I? Within, within his power, whatever he could do, if he could do it, he'd do it, okay? This is what he did. And when I lost him, I was very lost, and I was going through a period after that where I was very unsure about how things were. I was living out in Asia, and security of my future was sort of non-existent, and I was having some monetary problems, and I wasn't too sure about the relationship I was in, because it was all very new, and I just had no idea what was going on. I was terrified. I was scared about tomorrow, scared about it a week later. I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to go on? Everything could just fall away. Everything can just disappear like that, snap. It's all gone. Everything can go. Someone can die. You can lose your job. You lose your money. You can lose your health. You can get run over by a bus. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a very negative thing to happen. And what happened to me was, it's a negative thing to think about, a negative mind state, mindset. And this is true. This is 100% true. One night, it was in July. I woke up late at night, and after just constantly thinking about negative stuff over and over again, I was driving myself absolutely insane about all these fears of stuff that I didn't know about, being scared and angry and concerned about things that I didn't really know were happening or were gonna happen, and it was driving me fucking potty. It was pushing me to the limit. I was pushed to my limits. I really was. It turned out, I hadn't dealt with my dad's death that well, really. It's on the outset, I was dealing with it very well. I was getting on with stuff, and I was enjoying life, but there was some deep bad shit going on. So my brain was looped, gone. I was very close to losing my mind again. I've lost it before, Not like you've lost your mind. You're weak. When I lose my mind, I lose it in a very strong and attractive way. Sorry, I've always got me. I have to make the jokes because I need to keep your attention. So I honestly, I woke up and I was just looking around the room, and I thought, you know what? A year ago, I had no idea I'd be in Thailand. The year before, I was still working that shitty job in London that I hated because I was only supposed to work it for 2 weeks. I ended up there for fucking 2 years. Do you know what I mean? I was like, and now I'm here. I've got into a relationship, which is something I never thought I'd do for, had no interest. And with Thai girl, that was like something I'd never wanted to do. I was like, hell no, that's not a good idea. But we're still together, so apparently it was. Anyway, and I'm going, this is crazy. I was like, yo, this is crazy. How am I here? I am here. And you think about where I was a year ago. I'm here, my dad's dead, but I'm not in England. I'm in this room, and there's a swimming pool outside, and I don't have to walk to work. I work from, the comfort of my home, and, I'm definitely living a more comfortable life than I've lived for a fucking long time. I was like, despite not managing my money very well, I went crazy. My dad had died. Judge me if you want. I spent a lot of money having fun, okay? You would too. Anyway, I'm like, wow, this is fucking crazy. This is crazy. I had no idea this was going to happen. I couldn't have predicted this at all. And how did it happen? Just through a series of events that led to this place. And I was fearless. The job I had, I still have, I never thought I'd do in a million fucking years. I was like, even the first day of that job, I almost didn't even start. 5 minutes till crunch time till I had to start. And I was like, what am I doing? This is insane. What am I doing? This is nuts. All right, I don't work on cam soda or talk dirty on the internet or anything like that before your mind starts racing. I'm not telling you what I do because you don't need to know. Anyway, and I was almost going to walk away because the fear was like, this is too new, this is too good. I mean, it's not great, but it was good. But I didn't. And when I got that job, I just went, fuck it. That's what I said to myself. I was like, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. Why not? Give it a shot. Fuck it, I'll do it. I had that I can do attitude. And I did it. And I'm doing it. And I'm good at it. And that led me to, and I had the intention of going abroad, but it was going to be on a travelling type situation, save up some money and then travel around and maybe go teach in an English school. Ugh, I mean, kids are great, but you don't want to be near them, do you? And wise move, because would have been out of work for quite a long time. So, good for me. But the point was, it's like, I'm here now, and I'm doing this. I'd dreamed about being at this stage in life for ages, and I just couldn't see it happening. I couldn't see it happening. And then it just happened because I went, fuck it, and I had no fear. And I was thinking, you just don't know what the hell's going to happen next week. Anything could happen. And for the first time in my life, so here I am, I'm in my bed going, this is all crazy. And I was thinking, for the first time in my life, I am not scared of the future at all. Before, I just used to ignore it and blank out. I didn't make any plans for the future. I didn't look far ahead enough and go, well, what am I going to do? And at that point in time, I hadn't looked far enough ahead. And that's why I was in a bit of a sticky situation at that point in time, because I hadn't looked far enough. I'm not saying don't plan for the future. You got to make plans, you got to have strategies, but don't be scared of it, because anything can happen, good or bad. And suddenly I was like, fuck it. Just like when I got that job, I just went, fuck it. That's the best way I can describe it, I'll swear if I want, but it's the best way I can describe it is go, fuck it. It's just to say, fuck it. Who cares? Let's go. It's not, I don't give a fuck. I'm not talking about being some sort of drugged up nihilist. I'm talking about just going, hey, fuck it. Let's go. Because you don't know what's going to happen. And I was like, do you know what? This is the most exciting. Sunny life is just incredibly exciting. It's not terrifying. I used to have the fear of death. Many people have the fear of death. But now it's like, what happens when you die? You don't know. No one really knows. You've got people that had some out-of-body experiences and stuff. That's all we know. But we don't really know. No one knows. It could be a mad, crazy adventure. You could turn into a fucking meteorite. and fly around the universe for thousands of years. Sounds a little bit boring, but when you're going, at 1,000,000 miles per hour, it's probably very exciting all the time, And if you're that excited all the time as a human, you'd have a heart attack. So I see that as a win-win. The point is, I just didn't have no fear of what's going to happen. And it took a while. It wasn't like suddenly that day, I didn't have one of these epiphany things like George Foreman. I don't know if you heard the story about George Foreman. He said he had an experience where he was robbing a house and he hid under a house in loads of shit and stuff. I can't remember you'll have to ask George Foreman. But he said then he had an epiphany that he needed to turn his life around and turn to God. And that's what happened to him. And then his life was forever changed after that moment. It wasn't forever changed after that moment of waking up and going, "Yo, shit, it's crazy." It took some adjustment time because there were still days when I was like, "Oh God, oh God, oh God." And over the last few months with shit that's been going on, I got affected financially by this before you did, okay? Because I work with the Chinese, okay? My money comes directly from China. So I was fucked before you was fucked. You understand me? And things were really bad. But I just kept going. And I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm just going to keep pushing through, keep doing what I'm doing, make some moves, keep learning, just do all the things that you're doing. And just not worry about the future. Because I don't know what's going to happen. Great. Because predictability is terrible. You look at predictable people. I hate predictable fucking people. People are terrified of unpredictability. See, this is the thing. You're scared of unpredictability. Unpredictable people are terrifying, but predictable people are just, especially angry predictable people. People who just get angry all the time. Well, that was predictable. You go out with them and they just start a fight. It's like, well, we knew that one was coming because that's all they know. That's all they bloody do. They're bloody predictable. Predictability, my friends, is the killer. It's a killer. It's shit. Fuck predictability. Embracing not knowing is the most liberating thing you can have because you take back control of everything. This is the point. You've all been scared. You want the government to control everything. You think the government should control everything. We're out of work and there's a disease here, there's a virus. Why haven't you done something? Why can't you stop it? And they said, we're going to do our best, but there's no guarantees of nothing right now. And you all lost your lids. You're like, oh my God, no one's in control. And it fucked you up. And you've been crazy ever since. Whereas me, I was like, well, how unpredictable. What's going to happen? We don't know. See how it goes. Me and my girlfriend have been apart for... She was here with me in Vietnam before she had to go back to Thailand. Because she thought she was going back to work. And she did it for a few weeks. And then she's been out of work for months. But anyway, that's the story. But we've been apart for 5 months now. I don't know, 4. Oh, it's 4. It's a long time, and it's going to be longer because they're not opening up the borders again yet. And I don't know how long I can actually stay here because no one really knows because they keep changing things. And I'm like, well, okay, but we both got the same sort of mindset of don't worry. We'll be patient because we don't know what's going to happen. Because you don't know. You don't fucking know. And worrying about stuff you have no control over is pointless. It's a waste of time. It doesn't do you any favours. And this is why I can't stand people who want the government to do everything, to control everything, because they're terrified, because they're scared. They're scared and they're weak. You're weak. It's a weakness. It's a weakness you really got to get rid of it, because otherwise you're someone's little bitch for the rest of your life. when you give away all your control. Because the things you can control, and I've talked about this before, you can control how you feel. You can control your health, and you can control how you view the world. These are things you can control. That's the only control you have. And one of those things is enjoying every moment. It's not the cliche thing of like, live every day like it's your last. Because trust me, if I know it's my last day on earth, it's going to be a very crazy, unproductive day, there's going to be, let's put it this way, there's lots of jelly, hookers, and cocaine. All right? It's not going to be, you can't live every day like that. That's ridiculous, okay? I can't even do that once a month. And my girlfriend won't let me, for starters. I have to buy some jewelry or some shit like that. I'm not doing that. What am I, some sort of simp? Anyway, so get rid of the cliche of enjoy every day like it's your last. No, don't do that. Just enjoy every day. The ups and the downs. Embrace the ups, embrace the downs, but enjoy. You need to enjoy the now. So this whole rhetoric of going, when this is all over, you fucking fill up your social media posts with this bullshit. When this is all over, we're going to do this and this and this. It's like you don't think it's going to happen. It's some sort of fantasy. It is going to happen. It hasn't been half as bad as they predicted. Well, what a surprise. Do you know what I mean? There's people going, well, it has been very bad. No, it hasn't. Have you been welded into your home like a Chinese person? I don't think so. Trust me. I got contacts in China who have been welded into, they're welded into their homes. It's been very difficult. You ever done a Skype call with someone in a bunker? Terrible connection. And the lighting. Ugh. So it hasn't been that bad. And you're just you just can't enjoy the day-to-day because you don't know how to enjoy your day-to-day. Especially when you've got the weekend warrior mindset, a lot of British people have especially, it's just all about the weekend. And then you just get obliterated Friday night, you spend Saturday feeling miserable because you're hungover, and then Sunday you just eat a big silly dinner at lunchtime and just go, watch Antiques Roadshow, and your life sucks because you don't embrace every day. It's like just, there's only 2 days that mean something to you. The rest of it is just some shit that you want to be over and done with. Well, that's not the fucking wave. I work every day. I don't want to work every day, but I have to work every day. But the fact is, I work every day, and every day's great. I mean, they're not all great, though, but every day is great. Because I'm just because it's like, well, this is it. This is the best you can make it. Actually, the first time I seen something, was it Jordan Peterson talking? I'm not going to go on some sort of thing. Oh, Jordan Peterson's amazing. I'm not one of those fanboys. But I remember when he was on the H3 podcast. Do you remember that? When I don't remember it being good, but I remember them having interesting guests at one point. Let's not talk about that person. That's toxic people. Oh. The point is, he because he's a clinical psychologist, and he just lays it out on how you can improve your life. It's just improving the little things. It's like, well, you have this much time for eating dinner, and you do that every day. So it's something you do every day. Well, you want to make that as best as it can be, because it's something you're going to constantly be doing every day. The little things, see what I'm saying? The things that you always have to do, you have to make it the best you can make it. Like your journey to work, you've got to make it better. I made my journey to work when I was in London better because I didn't get on the tube. 1, it's cheaper. And 2, it's just disgusting in the morning, and it's just horrendous. But the bus is longer. I live further away. Then when people really started piling onto the bus, but at least I get a seat, which I'd give up for an old person because I'm good. Not the disabled, because that's their problem, but the old have earned the right. And see, I'm still making jokes, good innit? And I just made my journeys better. It meant I had to get up earlier, leave the house earlier, but the journeys were better. I could spend that time there reading, listening to something, doing other things. I enjoyed the journeys, rather than, here's a tube, let's pile on. Like, sometimes you'd have to wait for about 3 tubes before you could actually fucking get on one. Just ramming in like it would take sometimes 3 attempts to get on one. That is fucked, and that sucks. Do you know what I mean? So some of you, I wouldn't want to go back to work neither. It sucks. Well, guess what I did? I just went, fuck it, and now I'm here, talking to you. Do you see what I'm saying? Getting loads of vitamin D in me, which is making me live longer. I said, fuck it. You know, I had no fears, and I still have fears, but that's a confidence thing when it comes to certain things. That's all it is confidence. And you don't want to have irrational fears of the future. Like, you just can't be scared of stuff you don't know. The fear of the unknown, the fear of the alien, the fear of the outsider. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially the fear of the outsider, the fear of stuff that you don't know about, is what turns people into retards. You know, there's a reason why xenophobia isn't very popular, you know, in general, and something that's like championed by people. It's not because you shouldn't hate foreigners, because some foreigners suck. Well, let's face it. But the point is, sometimes I have to break character just to make sure. But the point is, but I'm being very honest and truthful here. But the point is that the fear of the foreigner that makes you do stupid things like, I don't know, you know, the classics that they used to do in the 80s with the skinheads, you know, put dog shit in a bag and set it on fire outside their house. That's something they do. Or, you know, fucking get the St. George's flag and wrap around their head and punch him in the head going, I'm scared of you, ah! You know what I'm saying? Petrol bomb a mosque or piss on a synagogue. These kind of things, it's because you don't understand it and you don't know anything about it, and therefore you're scared. Like, it's retarded. It's stupid. All right, that's why it's not popular. You know, that's the difference, because there's a phobia. That's why xenophobia is stupid. Thinking you're superior to another race is something that a race or country or whatever, is something that everyone does deep down inside. That's like inherently there. You think you're better than everybody. That's the difference. You know, that's why that's evil. You know, racism is evil. Xenophobia is just retarded. Okay, it's very different. It's very different, because racism leads to really fucked up shit. Xenophobia leads to retarded fucked up shit. Okay, that's why it's silly. So the fear of the outsider, the fear of the unknown, is just a fucking bonkers. The fear of the known is a different factor altogether. You know, why are you scared of the ocean? There's sharks in there. You know, why are you scared of fire? Because it burns. That's okay. These things are sort of okay, because you go, well, I mean, there isn't some unknown thing about fire. It's like, well, when it reaches 2 million degrees, it no longer burns you, or something like that. There's none of that. It's always going to burn you. But the fear of the unknown, when you don't know anything, what the fuck are you supposed to be scared of? There's nothing to be scared of, because you don't know anything. And that works the same way with being angry about stuff. You're angry at people, like going, oh, you COVID-idiots, oh, the government, you social distance, don't come near my house, or you're going to the beach and enjoying yourself. Fuck you. When really, you don't know enough. There isn't enough known about this virus, even still, when it comes to what measures properly work, like how it works, how it affects people. It's just the media constantly making you scared and fear the unknown. Constantly. And then you're angry at people. Because you're angry because you think you know everything, but you don't. You don't know shit. So why are you going to waste your time with negative energy about being angry about stuff when you don't know? It's completely pointless. The only thing you can control is yourself. Okay? That's why everyone's like, oh my God, what do we do? The government needs to do something. Do you know what you do? You need to improve your immune system. You need to improve your health to have a better fighting chance. How do you do that? Well, you have this thing called the internet. Just type into Google, how to boost my immune system. And voila, there it is. It's very easy. So you can do that. And then you can control what you put into here through, you're like, oh, but I'm bored. Well, fucking do something else than go on social media and poison your brain with lunacy. No. You have to remember just not to get angry about stuff. People think, oh, it's very difficult not to get angry about stuff. No. You can not get angry. If something makes you angry, then stop doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not in an abusive relationship where you can't escape when you're filling your mind with fear propaganda online all the time. No one's forcing you. It's like, oh, but if I leave him, I'll have no money. It's not that. You're not in an abusive, controlling relationship. It's very easy. You don't need to call a helpline and say, hey, I'm in this abusive relationship with my social media presence. That's not a thing. You just go, boop, just choose to do something else. Read a book, watch a movie. There's loads of stuff out there. You have the people who think, if you play Candy Crush on your phone, okay, what a waste of time, what a loser. What a little wackery. And they're on Twitter just being angry all day, going, you're the idiot. The person playing Candy Crush is not the idiot in this equation. You're the idiot, okay? You're stupid because you choose to spend your time being outraged all the time, instead of just staying away from it. If you haven't got any solutions for these apparent problems, then there's no point in getting involved until you've informed yourself. Just don't bother, Focus on you. It's the best thing to do. Don't fear the future. Because fearing the future is completely stupid. It's so stupid. The future is not written. Despite what that psychic you paid £100 to do, whatever they told you, there's nothing written. Okay, it is not written. You can write your own future. I sound like Oprah now or something. Write your own future. But that's fucking legitimate. You've just been wasting your time. And that's the point. And that's how, you're going to be controlled because you are scared of the future and you are scared of the unknown. Okay? And you can't be happy because you don't enjoy the now. Don't relinquish control to other people because you're fucking scared. That's not a good idea. The only thing you can do is control yourself. You have complete control over what you put into your body, what you put into your mind. You have complete control. You can that's the only power you have. That's the only control you have. People wanted control and some sort of safety. So they were buying toilet roll by the bucket loads, and no one could understand it. It's like, what are you buying fucking toilet roll for? Remember the toilet roll memes were big for a month. It was like, whoa, what the fuck? And then the psychology experts come forward and say, well, actually, that's about people maintaining control in a period of chaos because they see toilet paper as being it's something that cleans, and therefore you can maintain control over the cleanliness in your house. So you need lots of toilet paper, and it makes you feel safe because you have toilet paper in the house. It sounds fucking ridiculous, but if you didn't hoard toilet paper, you were probably doing something else that's fucking ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? Because you're just as scared. Whereas you just need to embrace chaos, because life is chaos, okay? Whatever you believe in how the universe started, it was probably very chaotic and violent. So you just got to embrace it. Embrace the unknown. Embrace the chaos. That's what you have to do. Like that, people can go around and point fingers at people and say, you're not doing as you should. You're not doing as you should. You need to be doing this and stay indoors. Why are you telling other people what to do? You don't control other people. You control yourself. That's all you got. That's all you got. Don't waste your energy on trying to make people act the way you think they should be acting. Banging on about it and taking photos of them and videoing them and going, look at them, they're hanging outside, cuddling, fuck them. What are you doing? Are you outside cuddling and flouncing social distancing rules and, coughing on people? No. Are you not? Good. Well, good for you. Well done. Here's your clap. Got a little clap for you. There you go. There's your clap. Good. Well, now you know what to do, don't you? It all comes back to, it's a subject I keep going on and on about over and over. About social responsibility, taking responsibility for your own actions. Because it's not just about, how it affects other people. It's about you. At the end of the day, you can only start with you. If you better yourself, then you better everything around you. That's why you've got to focus on yourself. When you have nothing but bile and jealousy and fear inside of you, which is what most journalists have, unfortunately, a lot of jealousy, and they love pushing fear, then you're not offering anything good to the world because you haven't started it on yourself. You know the old expression, charity starts at home. It's like, yeah, take care of your own shit before you start taking care of everyone else's shit. You can't save the world with all the love that you think that you have, all the compassion and virtue that you have, if you haven't sorted yourself out. There's another expression, you got to love yourself first before others will love you. That's fucking true as well. All this stuff's fucking true. Do you know why people say it a lot? Because it's fucking true. Alright? Stuff that isn't true is like, you need to eat 5 pieces of fruit and veg a day. That was propaganda in the 70s to make you invest in the fucking local fruit and veg trade. So greengrocers were happy. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not true. But this other shit's true. Do you understand what I'm saying? You fucking idiot. You're there going, oh. You think, that sounds like some silly Instagram meme. Love yourself before others can love you. But then you go, we're eating 5 pieces of fruit and veg a day. Is actually science? That's what science says. And that's propaganda by the government from the 70s, you dick. But loving yourself before others will love you is legitimate. I know. Crazy, isn't it? Well, now you know. Now you've been informed. So what are you going to do with all this new information? Continue as you meant to go on. I said to my friend ages ago that after the lockdown, after this all sort of starts to blow away, I said, no one's going to really learn anything. And it's all going to go back to normal. And like that, it's gone back to normal. You can see it. Like people acting like this never happened. Do you know what? Good. I kind of think that's good to act like this never happened. Because, they're living for today. Instead of going, but what if there's a second wave on, bro? You don't know anything. Go to the beach. Have a good time. Enjoy your now. Don't stay at home because you're fearful. Stay at home because you want to be at home and you think it's the best thing to do, and you've made your home and your life at home the best it can possibly be with whatever resources that you have surrounding you. Whatever you can do. Become like a child again. A child will pick up a plastic bag and have hours of fun going, whoa, it's a plastic bag. Be like that, regress a little bit. It's fine. But don't stay at home because you're scared. That's fucking stupid. That's stupid. Because then you're never going to go back to some normality. They go, the new normal. Fuck the new normal. Every day's a new normal. Every day's change. Every day's new and exciting. There's no fucking normal. It's a ridiculous statement. The norm. Everything. The molecular structure of every person changes on a daily basis. That's quantum physics, baby. Nothing's the same every day. Okay? The value of the money in your pocket is not the same as it was fucking 5 minutes ago. You think, I've got £5. You don't. It's not worth as much as it was 20 minutes ago. Just go look at the Forex trading and you'll see how much money. Look at the monetary trading, look at the trading index, look at the currency exchange rate. See how much your fucking money's worth. A pound is a pound. But it's not. Everything changes all the time. There's no such thing as normal. The new normal. Piss off. As soon as this shit ended, I shook people's hands. Admittedly, I set my hands on fire afterwards. But I shook their hands all the same. I ain't gonna be scared. Scared of what? We're supposed to live our lives of just being terrified of others, of not congregating together with people. Do you know what I mean? Of not getting onto an airplane with other people surrounding us. Hopefully one thing people are going to learn is, is how to improve their fucking hygiene. I mean, that'd be a pretty good fucking start, wouldn't it? That would be nice. But going back to it, I said to my friend, he was like, I think this is going to change the world completely and everything will be different. I said, I don't think it's going to change at all. I think eventually people will just forget about it. That's kind of what people do. They just get on with it going, do you remember those few weird mums? That was weird, wasn't it? They've just been gagging to get back to the normal. They're gagging for it. I want things to be like that again. Instead of just enjoying everything as it comes. Every day is different. Not every day is not the same. Okay. I just can't wait to go back to the pub and and hug my friend. Well, you're gonna have to enjoy not hugging your friends and going to the pub. It's what you should have been doing. You should have been just happy in yourself. Now, this isn't some hippy dippy fucking talk. This is real talk. This is how life can be better for you. You have this opportunity to focus on just enjoying the day and making it the best it can possibly be and not worrying about the future. You just got to keep going. That's all you can do. Work on the things that are within your control and do not surrender control to other people, because that is the worst thing you can do. That's what happens to people in abusive relationships, motherfucker. Now look, you're probably thinking, well, what can I do? I don't know how to do that. I mean, you can search around on the internet and shit and try and look at ways of enjoying the now and not, how to not be fearful of the future. And you can do breathing exercises and improve your immune system. You can do all these things, but there are I'll give you some pointers. Now, there will be links in the description where you can go do some fucking reading. Get off social media and read some books that will help you. These are books that I've read. There's one of them that I haven't read, but I've heard is very important for this kind of thing. Okay. This is stuff I've read, and this may change your life too. Okay. See, I'm giving you stuff now. I'm telling you where to go. Do you know what I mean? I'm actually giving you a solution now. All right. This is good, isn't it? Look at what I'm doing now. I'm giving you stuff. Wow, this is a whole new game. And then if you want to learn about living in the now, then there's a book called The Power of Now. Okay, it's called The Power of Now. The Power of Now. There's only one called The Power of Now, and everyone knows The Power of Now. Go look it up. I said all these links are in the description. And that teaches you about just being present in the moment, with a glimpse on the future and a little glimpse at the past. But you're always in the present state. You embrace the past, you embrace the future, but you're always in the present state. And this shit's not easy. It's just not completely easy. But this is a book that will help you. Okay, lots of people have read it. It's very good. The 4 Agreements is another one. Now, the 4 Agreements, I read this a few years ago. It is very spiritual, okay? It's a kind of thing that Russell Brand would probably read. And, Russell Brand is a bit of a, he's good, he's all right, but, he's a bit of a, insufferable, just, namaste. We're talking about thugged out spirituality in this realm here, do you know what I mean? We're kind of realistic people, but anyway. But the 4 Agreements, if you can get past kind of the sort of spiritual, religious sort of nature that's kind of underneath it, is very useful. It's very good. You can learn things from The Power of Now about how you should never, which is in fact one of the best things you can learn in life, is how to not feel a certain way because of how people project. People project, like someone says something mean to you or cusses you out or whatever. They're actually usually projecting, and therefore you must never have hatred towards people or feel anger when someone projects onto you. In fact, you just must go, well, they're hurting inside. Oh, Gary Vaynerchuk says this kind of stuff. You can either go watch his Instagram videos, or read the fucking 4 agreements. It's very good. It's not all just about this. There's these 4 agreements that you make with yourself and the universe, and how it just can improve your everyday life. And one is also not to gossip. And we could all do with less gossip, because we don't actually have any hard facts or data these days, do we? It's pretty much just hearsay, speculation, and gossip, and it makes everyone terrified. Okay, so if you cut that out of your life and don't take to heart what people who are fucking angry say, it'll improve your life. So the 4 agreement is very good. Okay. And one of them, and then there's the wisdom of not knowing. All the links are down there. That's one I haven't actually read, but I've looked at reviews of it, and that's about what I've been talking about. But I don't need to read it, because I discovered this all on my own. And I don't think you just listening or watching this will suddenly spark into your head going, oh yeah, I just won't fear the future. That's absolutely fine. Go read a book by a person who knows what the fuck they're talking about, who knows more than me. It just happened to me, all right? It just happened. All right? Okay. These are good things, but not being scared of the future, embracing the now, and letting go of your fucking ego as well. That ego's got to go out the door, man. You know, the reason you're scared, you lack confidence, you got too much ego. You give too much fuck about what other people think. Because so many of you will just prance around going, yeah, I don't fucking care what anyone thinks. Yeah, that's just a statement. That's not fact. We're not talking about not giving a fuck as in, I walk in the supermarket with my dick out and I set fire to things. We're not talking about that no fucks given thing. We're talking about actually not giving a fuck about what people think. That will benefit you very, very well. Now, there are other things you can read. In fact, the 50th Law by 50 Cent and Robert Greene is a very good book too, because that teaches about there's a lot in there about being fluid, which is something that they teach in martial arts as well. It's about being fluid. Be like water. You've got to adjust to the situation. You've got to adjust to any situation, and therefore you'll be okay. So embrace the negative and the positive. If anything negative happens to you, embrace it, because an opportunity can come from negativity. This is what this was supposed to do to you. What was supposed to happen during the coronavirus was people were going to come together for a common cause, and people were going to embrace a new challenge and come out better people. What's actually happened, it's been hijacked by ideologues and fear peddlers and twats. I don't want to name, I don't want to give them the names that everyone else gives them. You know who these people are. Pieces of shit, okay? These people are pieces of shit. The more virtuous and the more fucking noise they make, the bigger the piece of shit that they are. This is a fact, okay? There's no disputing this, okay? This is all truth. This is the facts. This is real, okay? Right? And they just hijack this whole thing for their own purposes and their own, self-interest and gains. And you want to steer clear of all them motherfuckers and just concentrate on yourself. And then you can concentrate on the people that are important to you. Because these fucks have just been pumping your brains full of unnecessary shit. You need to flush this stuff out. So go and read these books. Go down a rabbit hole of mindfulness and all these things I've been talking about. Go down that rabbit hole and consume as much information as you can. And start applying it. I'm telling you, because it will just... I'm not even fully gone through the whole journey yet. I'm not even at the end yet. Because there is no end. But it just keeps getting better and better. Even in the last week, I've just been feeling proper depressed. And I'm like, oh God, this is just never ending. I can't get back in. I thought I could get back into Thailand in June, and now it's going to be July, and that'll probably be fucking August. And I have no idea where I'm going to be in a month's time, Will I be here? Will I be somewhere else? Blah, 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 blah. But I'm prepared for it. Why am I prepared? Because I do not fear the unknown. And neither should you. And don't let people pump that fear and that division into your heads. Okay? Because that's all they want to do. Because that's what they know how to do. These people are sick. They're ill. Don't be like them. Cleanse yourself. Cleanse yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka, as the wise man Prince once said. That's right. That's what you want to fucking do. So go check that shit out. Go check out all my stuff. Go on my website and all of the stuff, all the links are down there. Go check that stuff out too. On my website. My website's getting better and better. You know, eventually I'm going to upgrade it to a WordPress site once the. This is just the beta version. I was just using Weebly because it's free, and I was like, I just want to play around with what I want the website to be, because that is the future. You know, that is the future, baby. So that is the future. But the now is very good. So go on the website. I'm not going to go, oh, I promise it's going to be better. It's always going to be great, even when it's not great. It's fucking great, okay? All right? Okay. Enjoy yourself. Hey, you can go outside now. Go outside. Go on. Go outside. Go outside. Some of you might be able to go see your mistresses again. You know? That'd be good, wouldn't it? Some of you probably got illegitimate kids. Some of you might have two. Think about all the people that had two families. The secret family. Think about those big. You always hear the stories about bigamists who've got like fucking two families on the go. This ain't just in movies. Eh? Spare a thought for them and their situation, eh? You know what I'm saying? Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Peace out. It's been a pleasure for all the people involved. For you, for me, and the haters.